Where is it? Okay, I will use my head on the desk. My head on the desk. Okay, are we ready in the back? All right, good morning. It's a lousy gavel, but that's the way it is. I'm going to call to order the Nevada Transportation Authority meeting for Thursday, October 9th. I apologize that we are 2 minutes off of our time frame. I normally try to start precisely at 9:30, but we're in a different room than we would normally be in, so we've got a few technical difficulties. And so we're going to start with a roll call. No, I mean, who's going to do our roll call for me? All right. Yeah, if you would, please. Yeah, that'd be
Okay. Chairman Von Hartson,
here.
Commissioner Soka,
Here.
Commissioner Teddy,
Here.
Deputy Commissioner Todd Park.
Here.
Administrative Attorney Odie Wilburn here. Applications Manager Liz Babcock.
Yeah, she's been detained briefly, and so hopefully we will see her, but if we don't, that's okay. We have Mr. Garrett Hammond to step in. Hammond. Sure. Okay. Nope, that's good. Oh, Miss Desiree Main. We have a quorum and all staff is present. Perfect. That'll take us to the Pledge of Allegiance. We don't have a flag in this particular room, but we have brought one up in the back of the room. Commissioner Zoka, you are new. Would you lead us in the pledge this morning, sir?
It would be my honor. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have one up front?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no. All of a sudden I had a crowd staring at me. I'm like, yeah. Flags are all over the room. Perfect. Well done, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Okay, this takes us to item number 4, which is general public comment. General public comment, ladies and gentlemen, can be items both on or off the commission's agenda. What I would also tell you is that during public comment, we do not respond. We're just here to listen. And so I don't have anyone signed in just under general public comment, but if you wanted to make public comment, who would like to do that under general? Do we have anyone wishing to speak? No, the pink slips are typically for a specific agenda item. This is general public comment that says, where you can tell me that you don't like the air quality. I can't do anything about it, but you can certainly tell me that. You can tell me anything that you want. General public comment is anything that's on or off the commission's agenda. Okay, come on up, sir. Let's start with this. Go ahead and turn your mic on if you would, please.
Right.
Perfect. And then the second thing is tell me your name.
My name is Edward Davis. I represent Frank White and Associates, which is a party bus company, LLC. In my second year, excuse me, I'd like to say thank you for having me here to address and open up with the public comment. My public comment pretty much will address a lot of the issues and a lot of the transportation companies that are here in Nevada, and it deals with the insurance. I put together a proposal and a complaint regarding the price fixing and monopoly in the commercial vehicle insurance here in Nevada. Currently, we have one insurance carrier that we can particularly go to for insurance. I took the liberty of even having my insurance adjuster here with me to speak, possibly if he chooses to. The company that I'm using right now is, let's see here.
Prefer if you didn't mention the company.
Okay, well, I won't mention a company name, but
yeah,
I would like to state that with us only being able to have one insurance company here in the state of Nevada to choose from, that promotes price fixing and a monopoly. My insurance personally went from $1,400 to $2,500 on my renewal. No justification, no reason why. I'm an ex-combat veteran. I drove ammo trucks in the Desert Storm. I have no blemishes on my record, absolutely none. I'm 61 years old. There's no reason in my insurance, for no obvious reason, no paternal reason, to go from $1,400 to $2,500 a month. And I have no other justification and no other reasons that I can choose from. Here in the state of Nevada, there are no other insurance companies. So that constitutes price fixing and a monopoly. We do not have any type of justification for it. We don't have any other insurance companies that we can go to that we can say, well, hey, can you give me a better rate, or can you match this rate, or can you give me options? We have no options. That puts us out of business. That literally puts us out of business. I am a two-man operation. I operate my vehicle. I drive my own vehicle. So for my insurance to go from $1,400 to $2,500, that puts me in a vicarious situation where, do I stay in business that I've invested thousands of dollars into? I can't shop anyplace else because there are no other insurance companies here. And I know I'm not the only one in this situation, for a fact. And the one insurance company that operates here is a parent company to another insurance company. So it's all in the same house. So it's like me asking my mom as a kid, hey, can I have some cookies? And she say no, and I go to dad. They're in the same house. That's price fixing. That's monopoly. That's something needs to be done, and something needs to be addressed about it, because we're not able to stay in business with the economy the way it is right now. And I don't want to stress the economy and really be honest, but we all know the tourism is down. We all know that. We all know that we're not out there putting the same amount of hours and making the same amount of money that we typically would. We've got to come out more. But when my renewal came up, I didn't understand you raising it maybe $300 or something like that, but to go from 14 to 25, that's ridiculous.
Time has expired.
Yes.
So you had 3 minutes. Thank you so much for your comments. Before you leave, let me thank you for your service to
Thank you.
our country. We appreciate that. Without any deliberation, I will tell you that insurance has been on our radar, and I know it's been on the radar of the legislators. So we'll certainly try to maybe have at least a discussion item at some point regarding insurance.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for letting me address you. Yes.
Sir, I just want to clarify. You said you're a carrier right now? You have a CPCN
Yes, I do.
type of carrier?
Party bus.
Party bus? Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. Anyone else wishing to speak under general public comment? Mr. Waxler, I don't know what to tell you. I apologize. It's difficult. I suppose we could do it like this. That's, we noticed that this room has an echo yesterday. I apologize for the sound. That's as far as I can take it. No, I can hear it. Yeah. Anyone else wishing to speak under general public comment?
Actually,
Okay. All right. General public comment. Come on up, sir. Again, this is general public comment. Both items. Have a seat right here in the middle, if you would. Right here, where the green light is. First of all, tell us your name, sir.
Edric Paul. I taxi driver I've been driving Las Vegas for over 25 years. And I have concern about it's a good innovation and changes, but I'm concerned about the safety of the vehicle and also the weather conditions and the response to fire truck, police, and ambulance. Okay, for example, if we are driving with a driver, we have 180-degree vision, and we get 4 way of hearing. Okay, we can see the ambulance where they come from, all different directions. Remember, ambulance have no limit. They can go anywhere, any direction. And also fire truck. Okay, for your vehicle, you're driving, you got to stop before they make the path, right? I was wondering how a driver vehicle can handle that kind of situation. 180-degree vision, 4 way of hearing from all different directions. That's one concern. Another concern is in case of bad weather, okay, like dense fog, raining, heavy storm, how can they respond to that? And I would assume 100% safety, right? No. I'll tell you why. In San Francisco, they have the system on. They got accident. In Houston, Texas, they got incident. Oh, that's why I'm concerned about the safety. Okay, it's a good innovation, but safety is a big concern. In Las Vegas, if anything happens, it will spread around the world. We're in big trouble. That's why I'm concerned about no driver vehicle. And I know it's a good thing to change this, but safety is more concerned in Las Vegas. And then that will hurt everybody if anything happens because of the vehicle, and people will scare to come here to Las Vegas. That's why I'm concerned.
Okay, thank you, sir. Anyone else under general public comment wishing to speak? For general, this is general public comment. This is nothing, no, this is just general public comment. As an example, he wanted to talk about AVs. We're not styled on this particular agenda to discuss AVs. There's no item on our agenda today. But that doesn't mean that he can't express his concerns. Okay, anyone else? And sir, general public comment, go ahead. Tell us your name.
Rick Duffield,
Elfield,
Duff,
Mr. Duffield.
36-year cab driver. Of course, I'm not too happy about the tunnels. We've already got robocabs, we've got Uber, we've got Lyft. And this new thing ought to just about do us in, I think. Was the best place in the world to be a cab driver 36 years ago. About it, short and sweet.
Thank you, sir. General public comment. Anyone else before I close this item? Okay, I don't see any takers. All right, I'm going to close general public comment.
Online.
Oh, thank you so much. Do we have anyone online wishing to speak under general public comment? Thank you, Ms. Wilbur. Have anybody's hand raised?
Up here?
No.
Good
I don't know
morning.
where to see it.
No one has their hands raised.
Okay, do I have someone under general public comment? What's your name, sir?
Mr. Amaya, are you trying to speak?
Good morning. My name is Walter D. Amaya. I am a carrier with LLC, obviously with the charter bus. I'm just concerned about the insurance going up, and I just joined the meeting, so I'm just trying to figure out or catch up and see if there's any updates on that as far as is there a cap? I mean, are we bringing any attention to it, or I guess what's the update on that?
So, sir, we're not agendized to talk about that, so we have no update. Insurance rates are set by the legislature. That's a legislative issue. So we're bound by what's in statute. So no, there's no update, and we're not agendized for that today.
Okay. Okay. No, that's it. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Anyone else under general public comment before I close this item?
We have one.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me your name, please.
One moment.
Mark Kramer.
Mr. Grammer, go ahead.
Yeah, got a question. If you're going to add more vehicles to the road, or you can take any off the road, I'm a driver of 32 years. At this point right now, we can't move up and down the strip. We can't service properties. We can't get in and out of anywhere with a massive traffic backups. The airport's a mess. The streets are a mess. The hotels are a mess. Adding more vehicles to the road, not going to help anybody. There's no shortage of transportation. There's no There's an overabundance of public transportation right now. Between all the different forms of transportation, adding more to the strip is not going to benefit anybody. It's only going to hurt people. I'm a driver. Again, I've been driving 32 years. I used to do 45, 50 rides a day. Now I'm struggling to do 12, 15, 18 rides a day because I can't get anywhere. It's a health hazard. It's a safety hazard. It's an issue. You can't get in and out of airports. You can't get anywhere. We have so many cars, so many vehicles on the road providing service. People are bumping into each other trying to provide service. Why in the world would anybody think there's a necessity or need to add anything more on the streets? Tunnels are one thing. On the surface streets, there's no roads. There's no shortage. There's an overabundance. I mean, please, somebody explain me where you think anywhere we need more vehicles on the road. We need more public transportation on the road. How does that make sense for anybody's safety or service? There is a zero lack of service. There's 24/7. There's never not enough cars. There's too many on the road right now. So where are you going to put the extra cars? Who are you going to take off the road? You're going to remove the Zooks. You're going to limit the ride shares. You're going to reduce their fleets on the road to add space, to add more cars on the road. Where does it make sense? What's your thought pattern, please? Somebody explain it to me.
Are those your comments,
Is there
sir?
any end?
Well, no, we're
What's your
not.
thought pattern?
This is general public comment, sir. This is not a discourse between the
Okay.
commission and the public. This is
Okay.
you having an opportunity to express your concerns, and we're listening.
Okay, well, but there's no answers. There's no. I mean, I would just like
When
to know
we
the
get,
thought
sir,
process on.
Sir, Mr. Grammer, when we get to that agenda item, those items will be discussed.
Do I have an opportunity to attend a meeting or discuss this in person?
Of course, it's item number 153.
Okay.
We're at
and-
general public comment right now. These are items both on and off the commission's agenda, but this is not a back and forth.
Okay, I appreciate that. I wasn't quite aware, but I would love the opportunity to address the board in person and have somebody actually look at me and explain to me what the thought is. Because I'm out there fighting traffic and it's a nightmare out there. And adding
your
anything
time-
else on the road is just a nightmare.
Mr. Grammer, your time has expired. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to speak under general public comment that's online? Come on up. Yeah, right here. This way we can hear you. Yeah, will you turn that mic on for us?
Hi, I work for YCS and my name is Weta Burnett and I've been
Sorry,
working,
tell me what your name is again?
my name is Weta Burnett.
Burnett. Thank you,
Yes.
Ms. Burnett. That's,
And I've been working for YCS for 11 years now. And I just like to say that, like the one young man just said, it's so congested right now. And as being a taxi driver, we don't get paid by the hour. We get paid by how many rides we get. So with that being said, we get a percentage. Some people might get less than others, depending on how long you've been here. And if they're going to put rides out here where you can get a ride, Tesla, putting them out here where they're going to get a ride for $5 an hour. So quite naturally, people go, ooh, they're going to jump on that. So that means that you got your taxi drivers sitting, trying to get a ride. So where does it fit in for us to get paid if we're not going to get any rides? You already got Uber and Lyft. They're blocking us. When we're trying to get into the airport, there's a limited amount of rides for taxis. When we're down up under on sale on our lot to get in to get a ride, we can't get in as it is right now because they're blocking us to get a ride. So I say that when we're down there, there's only a limited amount of taxis that can get in. You got to go this way, that way. We're trying to figure out how can we get in already as it is to get a ride. But now you're going to put Elon Musk Teslas out here where people are going to be reaching out for that. You got um, the driverless vehicles out here where they're offering them free rides right now. With that being said, where do we fit in at? I mean, there's so many cabs that's down below trying to get a ride, they kick us out. Okay? They kick us out because we only a limited amount of rides. I mean, we're only a limited amount of taxis there. So with that being said, now Uber and Lyft, they're blocking our entrance ways to get in to get a ride. So we have to wait for them to move out. The line is all the way back down to Tropicana sometimes when there's big events. We can't even get in to get a ride. So now you want to put more vehicles out here for them to reach out. We don't get paid by the hour. So what do we supposed to do? If they kick us out for so many taxis being in line, how come Uber and Lyft don't get kicked out for so many?
Your time has expired, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Well, I just like to know, where does it fit in for us?
Get to item number 153. Again, this is general public comment. This is items both on and off the commission's agenda, and it's for an opportunity for you to express your concerns.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Like off before they leave, so we don't give them Anyone else? Online?
Commissioner, we have Chairman, we have a
Okay.
hand raised online.
Okay, who do we have?
Mr. Dixon, are you able to unmute yourself?
Dixon? Longtime listener, first time caller.
It's good the commissioner has a sense of humor. Thank you guys for allowing us to speak for ourselves. Elon Musk is not a member of our community. His kids don't go to school here. He just somebody that's willing to take, and he might add 20, 30, maybe even 100 jobs. But he's going to take thousands of jobs from local drivers with families that's been in the community decades, that grew up here in Vegas. I've been in Vegas for 15 years. I'm a person with a troubled past. And since becoming a cab driver, I have a new hope in life not to be in trouble. Since I've been here, I have zero encounters with the law. Like it's a new beginning for me. And we have a lot of foreigners that's here on a new beginning, that's cab drivers. They got kids, families. Elon Musk and his crew is a bad, we don't need Elon Musk. Elon Musk is just here to siphon off, which is already a competitive market. And Vegas, we all right. We need lesser cars. The Ubers cause some of the worst accidents on the Las Vegas Strip. They have no training, no background checks compared to like cabs. Elon Musk will do the same and just make it worse with drivers that have no training at all, no safety. But at least we have cameras and we can help each other. And I appreciate y'all giving me a moment. I'm not going to take too much of y'all time. Thank you, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else wishing to speak before we close this item? All right, I'm going to close item number 4. And that takes us to item number 5, an approval of the agenda. Mr. Okay, we have to do an approval of the agenda. Okay. We're going to just take a short pause. Mr. Hammack, welcome. All right, we're at item number 5, which is approval of the agenda. Do we need to take note of anything that needs to come off the agenda? Was there anything that was pulled?
Yes, there were a few things. First would be the Paradise number 153. We're gonna pull that for discussion.
For discussion?
Aren't we?
If anything needs to come off.
Oh, coming off the agenda. Sorry. I apologize for that. Okay, got it. 159 needs to come off as an error.
Oh, okay, there's an error. So I don't know whether 159 needs to come off as an error. I think that there's just, can you clarify for us the error in, or are we pulling it all together?
Liz, I just talked to Liz. She said she wanted to pull it all
Pull
together.
159. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going to pull item number 159, which is docket number 24-09027.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anything else?
Let's see. To actual pull off the agenda, no.
Okay, all right. So commissioners, I'm looking for an approval of the agenda with the notation that item number 157 will be removed from today's agenda. 159. Oh, 159. I'm sorry, 157. 159. Looking at 157 and number 159.
So moved, Chair. I'll
Okay.
approve that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Teddy. Do I have a
Second.
second by Commissioner Zelka? Just for the sake of this, do I have any public comment on the agenda and what is been pulled specifically?
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
To address this now or right before the citation period. The names on the citations are going to be a little bit different with regards to the commissioners because we did not know the appointment of the newest commissioners.
Yes.
Just for the general public, we have citations written of it. When our citations are signed after approval, all 3 commissioners sign that. And on the top block, it also shows who is present to vote on the citations. When we were writing these up, we have a very certain time frame that we need to use in order to get it done according to open meeting law to ensure that these items are posted in time for the public to see. The appointment of our newest commissioner, Commissioner Soka, was not given to us before we had to start remediating these items to get them online, to get them into the public. So that item is left blank. However, once the orders are finally signed, since Commissioner Soka is here, they will be addressed and his name will be put on there as being present and there will be a signature line for him. So I just wanted to let everybody know that while it is blank on the items you see, it will not be blank. The final orders will not be blank.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. Okay, so I have a motion by Commissioner Teddy, second by Commissioner Zoka. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. Okay, very good. That takes us to item number 5, approval of the minutes for the July 18th, 2025 session. Are there any questions or any emendations on those minutes, commissioners?
No.
I did not have any.
Okay. All right. Is there any public comment on the minutes directly? Okay, seeing none, I'm going to close public comment. Looking for a motion for an approval of the minutes for July 18th.
Mr. Chairman, move to approve the minutes.
I'll second, Chair.
Okay, have a motion by Zoka, second by Teddy. We have asked for and taken public comment. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. This takes us to briefings from the commissioners. Normally, I would let my colleagues start, but I'm going to start today. I'm going to start by welcoming our newest commissioner, Commissioner Louis Zoka. Mr. Zoka has a long background of dealing with the law. He's very aplomb to all of the things that we deal with. He's going to be a great asset. That said, I would also like to thank Commissioner Dawn Gibbons for her time at the NTA. She did a great job. She served as chair. She bounced back and forth from Reno to Las Vegas, and her service will not go unnoticed and has not gone unnoticed. That said, I would also like to tell you about something that I did that I'm a little excited about because it's going to be here next year. And that is, I attended the International Association of Transportation Regulators Annual Conference in Nashville. That's the IATR, which brought together regulators, policymakers, and industry professionals from around the world to discuss future mobility and the evolving role of transportation. The great thing about IATR is it wasn't just regulators. We had representatives from drivers, we had representatives from local municipalities. It was a great cross-section of transportation from numerous places. We had a woman from Fiji, we had a woman from Kenya, we had people from Canada, we had people from the UK, and discussing how they deal with transportation and some of the differences between their methodologies versus ours. So it was very informative. That said, the session covered a wide variety of topics, including accessibility, health, safety, regulatory modernization, enforcement best practices, and technology integration. There was a strong emphasis on data-driven decision-making, cross-agency collaboration, and building regulatory frameworks that improve service quality while maintaining accountability. Here's the piece that I'm pleased with. I'm very pleased to share that Las Vegas was officially selected as the site for the 2026 IATR conference next year. This will give us a national platform to highlight Nevada's progress, showcase our collaborative approach to regulation, and continue strengthening our partnerships with colleagues across the world. So, commissioners, anyone else? Commissioner Teddy.
Thank you. I'll make my comments brief. I know we have a long agenda. First, I'd also like to thank Commissioner Dawn Gibbons for her work that she did with the authority and the industry as a whole. I'd also like to welcome Louis. I'm very excited to have him be a part of the board commission. I think he's going to bring tremendous benefit to us. I'd also like to welcome interim or deputy Commissioner Todd Park. He's filling 2 positions right now at the Taxi Cab Authority as well as at the Nevada Transportation Authority. I know that is not easy, and I just want to recognize the work that you do to keep both places going. And I'd also like to thank staff at the NTA for their work through the technology issues that we experienced statewide. Specifically Jeff Berry and the BNI IT staff who worked hard behind the scenes to get us back up and running. I appreciate everyone's work for that, and that'll close up my comments. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Those are good comments. I thought I welcomed Todd in the last meeting, but perhaps I didn't.
I was.
You were.
It was after.
And it was after that? Oh, okay. I apologize. Well, welcome, Mr. Park. And for those of you that don't know, Mr. Park was our chief of enforcement, and then he went to taxi and now is running both of those agencies. So, and then I'm not going to steal the thunder of welcoming Mr. Del Padre. I'm going to let you do that, chief.
Commissioner Zoko.
Yeah, no, but I'm going to let you do that. I don't want to do that. But I also do, just before I allow Zeus. Zeus. That's
Thunderbolts.
like thunderbolts back here. Louis Zoka. It's a mouthful for me. Mr. Zoka. Well, never mind. I would like to thank staff also for the work that they did during the outage. It was a learning experience for us. And I would tell you that moving forward, we have initiated some changes in order to protect ourselves in the future from any data loss. And so that's a really, really good thing. And unfortunately, sometimes the lessons like that are tough. Mr. Zoka, I won't make the mistake again.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Teddy, first, I would like to thank you very much for those kind words of welcome. And I have known both of you for many years, and I very much look forward to the opportunity to serve the people of the state of Nevada alongside you at this table. I spent many years as your senior deputy attorney general, and now being in this chair is a great honor and privilege. For that, I would also like to thank the office of the governor and the director's office for the appointment. And I would also echo the comments you've made earlier relative to our staff, the fantastic work that they do for the NTA. They certainly make us look good, and I very much appreciate for the work that they do. I also want to thank Commissioner Gibbons for her service to the state of Nevada, which has been exemplary. And I felt like during the time that I've known her, I had a lot to learn from her. So I very much thank her for her service. Finally, I would like to call out my colleagues from the AG's office, Ms. Connell and Mr. Detmer. I just want to note that they're some of the finest attorneys I've ever worked with in my entire legal career of 25 years. And I'm very proud of the service that they do for the state of Nevada. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Joka. Did that shake anything loose? Teddy? Okay, all right. I'm going to close item number 7 and take us to item number 8, briefing from the deputy commissioner. And I apologize, Mr. Parks. It's just, I've just grown so used to having you in the agency that I apologize that I didn't introduce you. That was an oversight on my part. So forgive me. Welcome.
Thank you, Chairman. I appreciate that. I also would like to thank everybody for this opportunity. Director Sanchez is here, and I very much appreciate his confidence in me to run these agencies. And it's a task, but I believe in his vision, and I really appreciate that opportunity. I also wanted to express my gratitude to the staff at both the TA and the NTA. This outage that took place was devastating to a lot of people. I understand that because the agencies were in the position that they were in, it affected a lot of the people in the industry. But I've got to say that staffs in both agencies stepped up, the IT staff in both places, and I could spend a half hour naming individuals, but I don't have time to do that right now. But so many people came together. The enforcement staff was out making sure people were safe. The people inside the agency was working daily to try to get Band-Aids put on a gashing wound. And I'm just so impressed and thankful for the staff that we have. I also want to introduce the chief. He is running the chief of enforcement from both agencies, Dominic Del Padre, and I'd like to have him say a few words.
Del Padre, welcome.
Thanks. Morning, y'all. I am Chief of Enforcement, Dominic Del Padre. I do run the NTA and TA enforcement divisions. I was very pleased to inherit some awesome officers who are very eager to continue their hard work, and we will make sure that we continue to do that. I do not have the standard stats as we have a large meeting, so I will spare you all of the numbers. And hi.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'm going to close item number 8, that's briefing from the deputy commissioner, and take us to item number 9, report of legal counsel. Ms. Cannell, welcome.
Good morning. Well, I'm just going to give the legal counsel report first and maybe followed by a couple of comments, personal comments that don't fall under the report of legal counsel. As to the report from the legal counsel, this will be the last report that I would obtain from my colleague here to share with everybody. We'll be talking about, we have 2 matters that I'll discuss about. One is Jenkins matter, where the PJR was dismissed. And as of today, we have not received any word on its being appealed, and I believe we are past the deadline for appealing it. And as to Life Trans, the PJR again was dismissed by the district court. They appealed, and we are awaiting their briefing. If their briefing comes through timely, our brief would be due in December. All that said, congratulations, Louis. It is much deserved position for you. We will miss you. We do miss you already, having you around. However, I know we'll be around, and all your expertise in the transportation in law will much you put to use in this position, and we'll be around. Thank you for everything you've done. Because personally, though, I've trained under you, and I talk about it all the time. You are amazing colleague and as well as someone who actually could be a great mentor. Thank you. And moving along, congratulations to everyone, all new appointees. I suppose we have a big new board of new appointees.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Wilburn.
Thank you, Chairman. I just wanted to, I don't necessarily have a briefing. I just wanted to make a comment with regards to this agenda. First of all, congratulations to Commissioner Louis Zoka on his appointment. We're very happy to have you. Much appreciation to Commissioner Dawn Gibbons for her tireless work with the NTA. I did want to make a comment just for the public to understand in case you didn't know. Mr. Zoka, as he expressed before, was the Deputy Attorney General who did work with the NTA on numerous matters. So as we're going through the agenda today, Mr. Zoka will speak for himself, but he is going to be recusing himself from some matters as he needs to do because he was an interested party on these matters, so he should not be voting on these matters. What that means is it will leave 2 of the commissioners to vote. The way that works, because we are a 3-commission board, is the 2 commissioners must come with a unanimous verdict in order to approve any item. If there is a split vote, the item fails or does not get approved. I just wanted to let everybody know, as I don't know if we've been in this position before, or it's been a long time since we've been in that position, but I just wanted to ensure that the public understood what was going to be happening moving forward on items where Commissioner Zoka or anyone else needs to recuse themselves. And I believe that's all.
Okay, thank you so much. And just point of clarification, what we are doing today is testing the microphone system for the new stadium. We want that reverb to be just right so that, you know, when you have that ballpark feel. So that's, so I couldn't resist myself. I know, I apologize. I'm trying to speak over it, but we appreciate your concern and we appreciate the fact that you're, I understand. I have no control over it, sir. Thank you. All right. That takes us to item 10 through 47, 147 rather, citations. Is there anyone wishing to speak under citations? First of all, items 10 through 147.
Mr. Chairman, before we take this item, I would like to note that given my prior work as Senior Deputy Attorney General working for the state, I have prosecuted certainly the majority of these citation matters. So based on that, I'm going to have to recuse myself from the vote, especially if it's taken as a block, as a consent calendar item. If any items are pulled for discussion and it happens that Ms. Connell covered the item, I'd be more than happy to take a vote on that particular item. But for now, I'm going to recuse from the block vote. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, well, let's start with this. Is there anyone wishing to speak on items 10 through 147? Is that 89? Is there anyone online wishing to, or in the north that wishes to speak on any particular item?
Yes, good morning. My name is Jessica Mo. I would like to speak on item number 36 on behalf of Razier.
Okay, go ahead. You have 3 minutes, ma'am.
Yes, and I have a consultant on the ground who I think is trying to handle this offline. This was the result of an audit, I believe, back in H2 of 2023, and it's just coming on calendar now. And I just wanted to be able to confirm with the commission that the counts that were ultimately agreed upon as part of that hearing back in 2023 are the same that I have in my record. records. I was not the person handling Nevada at that time on behalf of Rosier. But I just wanted to confirm on the record there, I believe, are 204 counts listed out there. And it's my understanding that at the hearing that occurred for this audit hearing, it was reduced down to 23 counts. And so I just wanted to make sure that that is what we had on the record. I believe the final citation amount was $6,900. And I'm happy to discuss that further, but I just wanted to confirm since this is a bit of an old one.
Ms. Wilburn.
Chairman, if I may, I do have the order open, and Jessica, I'm sorry, I was trying to handle this offline, but you are correct. Listed in the order, there are 2 counts of 706A.1603F, 2 counts of 706A.180 subsection 2, 4 counts of 706A.1602A, and 15 counts of 706A.160 subsection 4, all leading up to 23 counts. And that is what the fines were on.
Okay, that's great. And do you have the total fine amount listed there as well?
I have the total fine amount is, you're making me math right now.
I'm sorry.
6,900.
Okay, great, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to confirm. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Anyone else wishing to speak? I know we probably have someone in the north.
There are no additional hands raised.
Okay. Austin, does Mr. Barnes wish to speak on item number 89?
Yes, he does. Yes.
Okay. You have 3 minutes, Mr. Barnes. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just here to follow up on our appeal. The decision that was voted 2-1, you did vote in our favor for that when our car was impounded illegally.
Mr. Barnes?
Yeah.
Mr. Barnes, let me stop you really quickly. This is not this item.
It's not this item. That's
The
tomorrow.
item you're
Oh, you
talking
said
about is
89.
tomorrow.
Oh, well, that was not made clear to us. And in fact, John Fairendorf, I believe, sent you an email he did not answer, I believe. And it doesn't say that. We got the postcard in the mail. And so 89 doesn't say exactly what it is. What's 89 for then?
89 is the one where you had an impound, but it was a stipulated agreement.
I don't know what that means. Stipulated for what? I mean, I'm saying it's, so just with all due respect, it doesn't give me the details. So all I knew is to be here. For 89, I thank you for jumping me up to the thing, but we, I guess erroneously thought that it was a continuation of our appeal of the impound of May 13th.
No, that's on tomorrow's agenda, Mr. Barnes.
That's
Okay,
correct.
but
That's on
like you said,
tomorrow.
it didn't say that. Okay. And we don't have it, it only says it there for 89 and it doesn't. So then what is 89 for today then, or is it?
It's an impound that you had. Remember, you had 2 impounds close in time to each other. This is the one where you did not have a contested hearing. You stipulated to this agreement with your
I don't-
attorney.
Okay, well, all right, so, all right, I mean, I guess at this point, I guess we'll see you tomorrow because that's the more important thing than this one. Although Mr. Hartung did vote to find us not guilty on this one and the
Mr.
other two
Barnes,
commissioners.
that's
Not,
tomorrow.
we're not agendized to speak on that. That needs to wait until tomorrow.
Okay, all
And
right, well, I
since you
guess we'll see you
mentioned,
tomorrow.
I do not have an email from Mr. Fairendorf.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
all right, so what time tomorrow is it?
Same start time, 9:30.
Okay, and I just want to say one thing, if I have a few more seconds. I truly feel sorry for everyone at the NTA because you're going to lose. There's no question about it. And I really
Mr.
feel
Barnes,
sorry.
Mr. Barnes, if you want to make those comments tomorrow on that agenda item, that's okay. That's not what we're styled for today.
Okay.
I-
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
I really do.
All right. Anyone else wishing to speak on any of the other items 10 through 147? And we noted that there was clarification on, what was it, item 39? 36, my bad, 36. Okay,
Sure.
looking for a motion?
I actually have a couple, items that I wanted to address, Chair. No, it's okay. Michael. Getting feedback from somewhere. Maybe that's better. Chair, going through the orders, there were a couple citations that had some language related to NAC 706A.240 subsection 2 violations, where there was additional language in there that discussed monetary penalties for further violations. And I don't believe we can do that. So I had some concerns with violations related to those penalties on those items.
Give me the items.
So I had identified, and I may have missed one in my review, but 104, 105, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122. And that is all that I had found on my review that I have noticed.
So the 240s, the 706A 240 is trade dress.
Correct. But there's discussion, if you pull up the, any of the agenda items, say 104.
We can't fine for trade dress?
I don't believe that we can issue a fine to the drivers.
I was not corrected when we did that. I told them if they did not display their trade dress in the future, that there would be a fine.
I don't know if,
And I was not corrected by the DAG at the time.
okay, maybe we could check with our staff attorney related to that. That was all that I had found. It just jumped out at me as I was reviewing.
I think it's the issue of, I have to pull up.
I was under the impression that our penalty related to TNC would be a removal or a request for removal from the platform, not monetary penalty.
I adjudicated those. We did write them a warning, but I'm not, was it you, Ms. Cannell, that was the DAG, or was it Mr. Zelka? I don't recall. All goes into a blur.
Chairman, this is Radhika Kunal. If you can give us a minute, I'm trying to review the order. Can we table these items for now to give us an opportunity to review them quickly and get back to you?
Mr. Chair, may I be allowed to say?
Yes, yeah, please, go ahead.
So in looking at my sheet, all the items that Commissioner Teddy has identified were not my items in relative to the enforcement of them. So if you want to take a vote on the remaining items as a consent calendar and then pull these items for discussions,
Okay,
I'd be happy to participate in discussions. It would be helpful to the commission.
okay, so I'm looking for a motion.
I'm good with that. I'll motion to approve the items that we discussed minus the ones that we pointed out that we need to address. So we're going to withdraw item 104 for further clarification, 105, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122. And that will be all.
Okay, all right, so that's your motion excluding those items. I'll second that motion. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Carries unanimously.
Thank you, Chair.
Now, I recall these because there was a fine associated with them originally, and we did it as a warning. Go ahead.
So just by way of explanation first, before we touch on the law, these were matters that Ms. Connell has prosecuted before you, so I can participate in their discussion, deliberation, and vote. With that being said, the issue that I'm looking at these orders, and the issue is under 706A, the remedy relative to drivers is either a warning or a finding of violation without a fine, or if there's a finding of violation that's a repeat offense, we can certainly disqualify a driver from driving. A monetary fine is not available under 706A against drivers. So for that reason, I think the orders would need to be amended.
Okay.
And that language would need to be removed. And I would concur with my learned colleague on that issue. Thank you.
Good. I wish I would have been apprised of that when we adjudicated those originally. Because I would have amended it at the time.
Got your back.
That's okay. Good. I mean, I wanted to make it very clear that we want them to have trade dress. Again, I was not aware that we could not find them. There were fines associated with those originally, and those were reduced to warning. So perhaps was my misperception. So looking for a motion to approve those with the amendments.
I'll motion to approve with the proposed amendments or removing that further penalties.
Motion by Commissioner Teddy,
Second.
second by Commissioner Zoka. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you. Motion carries unanimously. All right, that takes us to item number 148. We get to the proper place.
Mr. Chairman, may I?
Yes.
Before we call this item, I must recuse again from this particular item. I drafted an extensive memo on the issues involved during the course of the application. And because of that, that prior knowledge, I'm going to have to recuse myself from this item, 148 as well as 149 when it comes up. Thank you.
Okay. No, we haven't done anything. Except for 153. Yeah. Hold on just a second.
Yes, sir.
It may go into a block. You need to.
No, sir. No.
Yeah. This.
Apologies, I'm stepping in here. I don't usually do this. Items number 148 through 157 may be voted on in a block unless a party to the matter requests an item be pulled for consideration. So at this point in time, Ms. Maxon Rushton, do you want 148 and 149 pulled? No. We do need to pull 153. We have discussion on that. Okay, so item 153 would be pulled. If you would like to vote on block on the other items, and then we can discuss 153. That's what the chairman would like to do.
Mr. Chairman, may I?
Yes, go ahead. Mr. Sullivan.
So my suggestion would be if you're going to take this in block, then we have two blocks, one for 148 and 149, because I'd like to
We can
participate
do
in,
that. Yeah.
I would like to participate in a vote on remaining items, and I understand that 153 will be discussion,
Yep.
most likely. Thank you.
Let's start with, let's get our blocks out of the way and then we'll do 153. So, Mr. Teddy, I'm looking for a motion for, well, actually, let me ask, is there anyone wishing to make public comment on 148 or 149? Okay, those are docket numbers 23-02026, motion to extend Flywheel Software Technology as a pilot program, and docket number 23-09019. That is the motion to extend the Curb software pilot program. No public comment on either one of those items. Good. All right, looking for a motion.
So moved, Chair.
Okay, by Commissioner Teddy, second by Commissioner Hartung. All those in favor, please signify by saying
Aye.
motion carries unanimously. That takes us now to items number 150, 151, 152, 154, 155, 156, and 157 as a block. Is there any discussion on any of those items? Commissioners?
None from me, Chair.
None for me.
Okay. Do I have any public comment? Again, those items would be number 150, 151, 152, 154, 155, 156, or 157. Excuse me. Okay, looking for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve items 150, 151, 152, 154, 155, 156, and 157.
I'll second that, Chair.
I have a motion by Commissioner Zoka, second by Commissioner Teddy. We have asked for public comment, received none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Mr. Zoka?
Thank you.
Okay, are you an aye?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, motion carries unanimously. That takes us now to item number 153. That's docket number 24-09026, the application of Paradise Transportation Company doing business as the Vegas Loop. And so let me read something here before we proceed, because we're going to have to do just a slight change. Before we proceed with this item, I want to make a disclosure for the record. I received a brief unsolicited phone call from attorney Brent Carson, who has filed a protest on this docket. During that call, Mr. Carson reiterated concerns that he has already previously expressed publicly. Having come from an elected position, I've always believed it's important to listen to the concerns of all sides of an issue to better understand differing perspectives. That said, I offered no comment, opinion, or conclusions during our conversation. Upon the advice of our legal counsel and out of an abundance of caution, I will recuse myself from participation in this agenda item to avoid any possible appearance of bias or impropriety. This recusal is made solely to preserve the integrity of these proceedings and should not be interpreted, nor does it constitute an admission of any impropriety. Having made that disclosure, I will recuse myself from this item and I will step aside. As we do not have a vice chair, I'm going to allow one of the two commissioners, it can either be Commissioner Teddy or Commissioner Zoka, to take over and run this item, call for public comment. Once we are done with this item, we will take a short recess.
Here it goes.
So I'm going to hand you most of those because those are our public comments. So here's our public comment items. Commissioner, these are representatives. So these don't actually go. Order. They made, I don't know, I think these are John. And I will recuse myself.
Appreciate the help. We are getting feedback.
Presiding Officer Teddy, Commissioner Teddy, I have a brief comment to make if I might. So I was relying on you to lead the meeting since you were the hearing officer on the application and you were more familiar with it. With that being said, I intend to participate in this particular matter, and I just want to explain the reasons I am participating and ask for advice of counsel relative to that, my participation. So initially, when the question came up whether Paradise needed to pursue a license before the NTA, I participated in those discussions, and my advice was at the time that they do need to come forward and apply for a license. Beyond that, I did not participate in the application matter. In fact, I have not seen the PLTI until I was preparing for the meeting today. I have not seen the PLTIs at all. I haven't seen the application at all. I was not involved in the application. Ms. Cannell was legal counsel to staff during the course of the application matter. So based on those factors, I feel that I can participate and be able to deliberate and vote on this matter. And I'd like to ask advice of counsel, both from Ms. Connell and from Ms. Wilburn, to let me know if I'm correct. Thank you.
This is Radhika Kanal for the record. What you represented, Mr. Zoka, Commissioner Zoka, is absolutely correct. And on point, I was involved with all the entire application process, having communications with the parties and the attorneys and everything beyond the first initial conversations, although even I was part of those initial conversations, which do not constitute to any conflict.
Yeah, now I turn my counsel.
Administrative Attorney Oneat Wilburn, that is correct. I was actually part of that initial phone call where Mr. Zoka was on the call. It was a generalized call. If someone pops up on the street, do they need to apply for a CPCN with the Nevada Transportation Authority? And we were talking about that with regards to Paradise, because they are underground and on top of the street. And what we were discussing was anybody who rides on the streets of Nevada and is doing passenger transportation does need to come to the Nevada Transportation Authority if they fit into our regulatory framework, or the TA if they fit into their regulatory framework in order to be licensed. So that was the whole of that conversation. The application was not here. No one had met anybody yet. And I did advise Mr. Zoka that he could go forward and vote on this, as he has not seen any of the application. He was not privy to any of the discussions. He was not interested in this application at all in any way, shape, or form. And that was my advice to him.
This is Radhika Kanal again. That being said, Chair, sitting Chair, if you would like to take a waiver from all interested parties, this may be, it's up to your discretion.
We can do that if the interested parties would like to come up, and if there wants to be a waiver. I don't believe we need one.
Or an objection.
Or an objection, but I don't believe we need a waiver to go forward on this.
So related to item number 153, do we have any of the interested parties that would like to either provide a waiver or an objection to the involvement of Commissioner Soka in the matter?
It may not be substantive to the. Not subject.
There will be an opportunity for that, absolutely.
Just to provide a point of clarification to that comment, we've had only one recusal.
Correct.
I heard recusals are plural, so.
I probably may have been.
Just wanted to make a couple of comments.
Please.
Presiding Officer Teddy, Commissioner Zoka, all public involved. As the administrative attorney and advising attorney to the commission here, I did want to just do a couple. We've had a lot of discussion out of this public meeting about this, in the sense of emails from the public. There were comments made at a TA board meeting. That was a public meeting, so those were all public comments. And I just wanted to make a couple of legal comments with regards to that. I first and foremost want to thank Chairman Reeser for the TA. I'm going to start with that. This was brought up at a TA meeting, Transportation Authority, for those of you who don't know who the Transportation or Taxi Cab Authority, I'm sorry, too many T's running around here, the Taxi Cab Authority. And I do want to truly thank Chairman Reeser for his decorum, his insight, his intellect in not opining on the matter, but rather stating that he believed that the NTA would fully exhaust this matter. And if it didn't belong in the NTA's forum, we would then state that the application needs to go over to the Taxi Cab Authority. On advice and looking at our regulatory framework, I believe we are fully correct here that the application belongs within the Nevada Transportation Authority for a couple of reasons. As defined in our statutes, taxi cab has a very specific meaning. It is defined very clearly under the regulations, and a taxi cab must have a meter in it. These cars do not have a meter. They are not a taxi cab. Furthermore, the rides being taken by Paradise are per capita, meaning each person in the car will be paying for their own ride. It is not a global ride, and taxis don't do per capita rides. That is why I believe, furthermore, it belongs in the Nevada Transportation Authority's genre. Third, another item, we have a lot of emails. We've received a lot of emails. NRS 706.391 talks about protecting the industry, working with the industry. 706.391 subsection 3 is a very strict standard here. I have read the PLTIs. I've responded to the PLTIs with the commissioners. And truthfully, what the PLTIs come down to is the effect they will have on the taxi cab and truthfully competition. Under 706.391 subsection 3, it specifically states the authority shall not, there is no wiggle room here, shall not deny an applicant, deny approval based on competition from perceived adversarial effects. It doesn't even have to be there. It's potential or perceived adversarial effects. The authority cannot use that as a reason to deny an application. That is written in statute. That is not a regulation. That is a law. And that is what we are operating under here. So these are the comments that I have as of right now, and of course available to the commission for any other legal advice they need. But I just wanted to clarify a couple of those things beginning and moving forward before we take public comment, before we start opining on the matter. Thank you very much.
So related to item number 153, docket 24-09026, the representative from the company here? I think it's just like anything. How many do I need? The applicant, sorry, Ms. Wyman. I'll open it up to the representatives of Paradise Transportation. Go ahead and provide your name and I guess if we have any questions, answers. No.
My name is Ashley Steinberg. I'm here with Tyler Fairbanks, and we're here and excited to answer any questions. Thank you.
Mr. Presiding Officer, may I have some questions for the applicant?
Please go ahead.
Have you seen the recent renewed PLTIs that have been filed in this matter?
Yes, we have.
And I believe I just saw myself in preparation for today's agenda. Although the certificate of service had my name on there, I don't normally get these unless there's an actual hearing. So I haven't seen it before prepared for the agenda, but there was one, I believe, from Ms. Rushton, and there was also one, I believe, from Mr. Carson, a renewed PLTI in protest. Have you had a chance to read those documents?
Yes, I have.
And what is your response to the arguments made in those documents?
My response is that the NTA is well equipped to administer its own and enforce its own regulations, and we defer to the NTA for their expertise on our application.
Anything else?
We, of course, believe that we've met the statutory and regulatory requirements, but again, we defer to the NTA and their expertise as to whether or not we have.
Okay. No further questions for me. Thank you.
And as the hearing officer for the matter of the applications representative, I don't really have many questions. I'm very well versed with the application. So with that, I'll open it up for public comment. If anybody has public comment related to item number 153, I do have carrier representatives identified as well as the general public. So we'll start with carrier representatives. Related number, item number 153, Ms. Rushton. Sure, we can do that. Just everybody identify themselves for the record, please. Sir, go ahead. And I would agree with you, but unfortunately, technology is what it is, and we have people online.
I thought it was me.
And I understand. Just bear with us. We're agendized for it today. We're going to move forward with it today.
Commissioner, this is Radhika Kunal. May I make a suggestion?
Please.
Can we take a short recess to figure out if there is a better way to
That's a good idea.
process this?
10 minutes, 10-minute recess
That's, maybe we can work.
to consult with IT.
Good job.
Sure. So we'll take a 10-minute recess. It's 10:48. We'll come back at, let's just call it 11 o'clock to see if we can work with IT.
Person.
Well, and this is the problem, right? Is that you have a person
I don't agree.
all understand, not a single one of them.
If you're a party, it's not a party. It's not like it's a judicial.
But none of us are parties, none of us are. The item on the agenda does not ask for a decision. It's the merits of the. You're not a party. If it was, you were wrong. That point in time, you may have some type of explanation. I still don't think it would be, but there's always some fighting out there. Here, you are not a party. You filed a petition for these to us intervene. There would normally be a hearing process on that. They decided not to do that in the public hearing process, but they did put it on for a decision. In other words, you're no different than any other member of the public coming to comment on whether this application should or not.